Welcome to the Entrepreneur Blueprint. It's your man, Dreamer. Dream motivates. Listen, it's about to go down. Y'all need to go ahead and get your notes out right now. I got the king of commercial real estate, Mr. Aaron Action Jackson. Stay tuned. Let's go. Welcome to the Entrepreneur Blueprint. Listen, it's about to go down. I'm super excited because we have something called Dallas DFW Plug Your Business. And we're always talking about the real estate market in Dallas and how it grows. But there's a gray area when it comes to my expertise that I like learning. Shout out to my wife. She's now a real estate agent with the Bailey Watson Group in affiliation. Shout out to my brother Mark Allen. And I ran into him several occasions, and we are now brothers locked in forever. And he opened up a new brokerage called Onyx. And within Onyx, we have somebody that is a rock star, superstar, which has one of my favorite. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Whole situations, man. I'm super glad and super excited of what God has going on for you, man. And we are honored for you to come in. Thank you for your time because we know you're busy. And I want to introduce you to my brother. My brother. Hey, listen, man. Now we got to put you on the throne, man. You're the king. You're the king. Listen, man. Like I've seen what you did with the Breakfast Brothers. Shout out to Ricky Booker.
Yeah, shout out to Ricky.
And I want to talk about it in your whole journey.
Mm-hmm.
Because the way you're rocking right now and your elevation, the best is yet to come. One of the greatest things about real estate is I always say it all the time, and I think bro said it in an interview. If you build it, they will come.
Mm-hmm.
You're building your brand, you're building your business, and I'm excited about it because I like people that listen.
Yeah.
And they say, Dream, tell me more. I want to listen to you now because I would love to start getting into the commercials. Like, dang, is that it almost sounded too big for me.
Man, it's not too big for anyone. But I think that, there is a level of commitment, that it does take to be successful in the commercial space. Because you're dealing with people's, money and their livelihood
Yeah.
and their business.
Yeah.
People don't mind who helps them buy a house, right?
Yeah.
Because they're living there, right? But if someone has a business doing, $3-4 million in revenue, $10 million in revenue
Yeah.
every year, they're a little more cautious,
Yeah.
On who they work with, right?
Is the commercial real estate side, and I've talked to Mark, so maybe yours is different. So shout out to Mark Allen. Love you, bro. Is the commercial real estate, because real estate agents have they are already in a delayed gratification situation,
Mhm.
which is killing them out. Because they once they get their commission check, they don't know how to balance it out. I would like to ask you your expertise. How do you do that? But is commercial real estate a more of a delayed gratification?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Bigger, you have a bigger pot. Once you get to the end of the yellow brick road. But
It
is that
it
what it
takes a
is?
lot longer.
Gotcha.
That yellow brick road is a lot longer,
Yeah. Mark told me he was
than
working with a client for 3 years and finally closed it.
yeah, I mean, that's normal. I mean, I think the longest I've worked on a deal is probably little over a year, probably 14 months. I met a guy. It was like, and part of that was COVID, but there's a lot that goes into it. People got to get environmental studies, if it's land, if it's a building, or got to get surveys, and the surveyor may take 45 days to come out. He the first person you waiting on. Take him 45 days to get there.
Golly.
It may need to get rezoned.
Oh
That
man.
may take another 6 to 9 months, and things like that. But if you're working right and you keep your head down,
You starting to
boom, boom,
develop the
boom,
pipeline.
and then next thing you know, it seems like things are just happening. But you've been working on this
for
for
2 or 3 days in the pipeline. It's
for
about to
years
bust open.
or
Gotcha.
months or whatever. So yeah.
So we're gonna rewind before we get to the king of commercial real estate that you are now. Let's go back. So we got a fun fact about each other
Okay.
that a lot of people don't know.
Mhm.
How we initially met.
Yeah.
But so back in that day, or as you were growing up, let's talk about Aaron before he became the person he is today. Let's talk about, because it's your story. Can't nobody
Mhm.
take it away from you.
Yeah.
Which you respected. and everything. The first question I ask on this show is, when was the very first time that you felt entrepreneurship? Because you're an entrepreneur. All real estate agents to me are entrepreneurs because
Mhm.
you guys have a business within a business,
Yeah.
right? So, when was the very first time that we've heard all kind of stories, man? I start cutting yards.
Mhm.
You know, I sold candy at the store. When was your first time saying, you know what, this is a taste of entrepreneurship, even if it was, some things that you are not proud of doing? I've heard it all.
I would say, for me, um, so rewind a little bit, and I had a really bad car wreck at one point, right?
Mm,
So I had just bought this. I think it was like a '84 Monte Carlo, right?
mm.
With the
Oh, with the
350,
oh
that
man,
was,
that's too much engine for that car, bro.
I was young, and so God has spoken in my life
Yeah.
through actions, a lot. And when I was ejected from that car on
Oh,
35,
you was ejected?
and I don't, so they say your body or brain blacks out if there's so much trauma. Like it blocks it out so that you don't, endure that or whatever. That's what they said, the doctors say. So I was ejected from the car. They say I was ran off the road, is what they were assuming. That because I don't know, they don't know. They assumed I was ran off the road. I hit the pillar at 35 in Camp Wisdom.
Your car hit the
My
pillar.
car hit the
Your
pillar.
car hit the pillar.
Boom. I'm ejected
I know exactly where
from
you're
the
at.
car.
35 in Camp Wisdom. I know where you're at.
I'm ejected from the car.
No seatbelt.
No seat. But they say if I had my seatbelt on, I probably would have died, is
Wow.
what they told me. Because of the impact, I would have,
Got
right?
you.
And it would have killed
Choked
me.
you out. Yeah.
But because I was ejected from the car, I didn't die. And I remember when I was laying on the ground, I didn't know what happened, and crazy. The first thought I had in my head was, where are my shoes? That was the first, because I could feel wind on my feet. Like, what is going on? Where are my shoes?
Hold on. Well, man,
And
you got knocked your shoes off.
yeah, knocked my shoes off. So I tried to get up and I couldn't. I was like, okay. I don't even realize I'm on side of the freeway right now, but I'm trying to get up. I couldn't. And I said to myself, I'm gonna just lay back and I'm gonna try this again in a minute. And really, I think I was bleeding out at that point. It's really looking back on it as what was happening. Ambulance pulls up.
Oh God.
They throw me on the gurney or whatever. Take me to the hospital. Um, and in that moment, um, my uncle, who's a person that I've always looked up to, had a lot of respect for. He was one of the first people that I saw when I opened my eyes on the bed,
Hmm.
right? And he told me, he was just like, man, God must have some big plans for you,
Come on.
And so uh, fast forward, I didn't go to college, and so my parents had a trucking company at the time, and I started the third party logistics side of it, and so that was kind of my first foray into entrepreneurship.
Let me rewind just a tad bit because I know you probably left some people like hanging on the edge
Yeah,
right
it's
now. Because
probably it was a
I'm
lot.
on
Yeah.
I'm on the edge. So what exactly happened in the injury? Where obviously you look amazing.
So I shattered my femur.
Okay. Oh, this one?
Yeah, boom,
Ooh,
it shattered in the middle.
you had to get it replaced with a
They put the rod in the
rod. So
middle, all that stuff.
you're on the metal detector right now.
So fortunately, I had some good insurance at the time, and they were switching from the old metal to titanium or something like
Okay.
that. And
Oh,
so
so you
I don't
fly
go
through
out.
there.
I slide right through the
Okay, well,
airport.
you don't have to do the Kanye.
I don't gotta do the Kanye. So, but no, I shattered my femur. Um, where your pelvis comes together at in the front,
Mm-hmm.
it came apart. That's why I couldn't get up. And that my femur being broken.
Oh my God.
And then my right lung collapsed and filled with blood.
Oh,
And so, and then I still have a little scar right here.
gotcha.
I could feel like my lip. I could feel it like down here because I guess the glass cut
Wow.
my lip. All right. The most interesting part of it is that the ambulance people told the hospital that when they pulled up, I had a pillow under my head. Nobody knows how I got there, but I had a pillow under my head when the ambulance pulled up.
Somebody came somebody, an angel came through there and put that pillow up, and probably you needed that
Hmm.
because this, if it was during the daytime,
It was nighttime.
it was nighttime.
Yeah.
Your head was on the wow. Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't know
So
that. Okay,
fast
so
forward.
fast
Yeah.
forward.
Fast
Okay, because I
forward.
know y'all asking, y'all like, yo, what happened to you? All right, so fast forward. You're doing logistics with your people.
Doing logistics. One of my good friends, best friends at the time, Tatum Bell. He had just went to the Broncos. So I was in a place in my life to where I would go up there like probably 2 3 times a month, every other weekend, sometimes 2 weekends in a row. Boom, I'm in Denver. We kicking it. So you know, I liked the flexibility of being an entrepreneur. Yeah.
So, as a builder,
Hmm.
one of them I always say it on every episode because this is the entrepreneur blueprint.
Hmm.
I don't know if you ever looked at it like this, but you can't build a solid house on sand. It has to be,
Hmm.
the foundation has to be right.
Right.
And that story with the logistic side of things is your foundation.
Hmm.
That's your foundation of the awesome entrepreneur that you are right now because you tasted it. Shout out to, your family for putting you into the logistic side of it so you can see the entrepreneurship. And now, going into your second phase of your life, were you always in the commercial side or did you just start being a realtor first? How did this come about?
So, you know, I think I might have told you, but my uncle was he's been in commercial lending since 1978, I think.
Gotcha.
So, back in the day, families met at grandmama house on Sundays and things like that. And so, on Sundays, I would see him at grandmama house, and he had I can't remember what kind of car it was, but it's back when the Movados was that was I
Man,
was
I still
rocking.
got a
You were
Movado,
rocking. You
man.
had your
I got a new one.
Movado
I got a new one.
with the little one diamond right
Yeah,
there.
bro, you gotta have it.
A classic,
Super
timeless
nice.
piece,
Love it.
and so he used to come. He had his Movado back when the phone was in the
Oh, in the car,
what it
yeah.
was the little cabinet
Console,
console.
yeah.
He had the phone, the console,
Yeah.
and I didn't know I didn't know he was in commercial lending. They just said commercial real estate,
Yeah.
right? So that was my influence in wanting to be in commercial real estate. But when I got my license, um, I sold a couple houses or whatever, and I quickly realized that I didn't like uh, the deal flow in the residential world,
Okay.
and I knew I wanted to be in commercial. So I go to this. This was when 1400 Highline had just opened up. They were trying to lease out their penthouses. So I go to their little happy hour they have showing the penthouses and stuff like that, and I meet this guy who lives in the building named John Bailey. Yeah, shout out to John Bailey. He gave me my start in commercial real estate. Another African American guy. Um,
John Bailey, matter of fact, he's right here looking at you, man. Shout out to you, bro.
yeah, man,
For
good
betting
dude.
on for betting on my brother. That's a dope thing.
Yeah, so he gave me an opportunity, cracked the door open for me, and it's a funny story. I didn't know anything about commercial. I knew nobody. I didn't know any of the companies that existed. I knew nothing. So I'm just talking. I know I want to be in commercial real estate. I'm talking to him, and he telling me, about these $500,000 checks he didn't see when he was over at More Partners and blah blah blah. And I'm like, and what did you do? And he was kind of telling me what he did. I said, so you tell that's all I got to do.
That's
You
it.
tell me that's it. If I go do what you telling me, I'm gonna get them kind of checks. He was like, yeah. So, all right, well, sign me up. I ain't know nothing about it. And
Wow.
so he had like a little smaller 2 3 man shop, and so I started with him, and the first day, and I didn't realize it's easy, but it's not easy, right? Like learning how to do a deal is easy. Actually getting a deal,
Oh.
that's the hard
Yeah,
part.
because you gotta get the trust of the
You gotta
person
get
to
the
go ahead. You
trust.
gotta take them out to eat. You gotta
Yeah.
just call them and check on them and
So
send
first
them
day
happy
he
birthday
comes
cards
in,
and everything.
he says, "Okay, hey, uh, I need you to go knock on all the doors downtown, every business, and introduce yourself as the new broker in town, offering your service." Didn't give me a script or nothing. They said, "That's what I need you to do." I'm like, all right, I mean, I hustled before. I done been in the street. I know I talk to people, so I'm like,
Yeah.
cool. All right, that's all I gotta do. So I go. I literally go into every business in every building in downtown Dallas. Right.
What?
Hey, I'm Aaron Jackson. I'm new local broker in town. If it's anything I can help you with, feel free to ask. Here's my information. Boom, I'm out the door. On to the next one. I done got. They told me when I left. They said, okay, if you get, this is why I knew it was gonna get kind of tricky.
Oh, solicitation.
They say, yeah, if you get somebody tell you get out the building for soliciting,
Yeah.
don't leave. Just go to a different floor. I said, okay. So I ran into that person that was like, "Hey man, I'm finna call security. There's no solicitor here." So okay, I'm sorry. I'll leave. I'll head out. And I just went to the stairwell, went up to the next floor, started over. Right, and it's not hard, but you do have to grind.
Hold on, I want to pause right there. Segue,
Yeah.
bruh. The fun fact about me and Aaron. Aaron used to go to my parties back in the day. So I had a company called Dream Entertainment,
Hmm.
and when you said that, brother, you know how many times I done got kicked out the mall. I used to throw parties, and so we used to go to the malls, every mall, any mall that there was in the Dallas Fort Worth there. We had a whole, we had a dog. We was for real, like we had a. All right, 12 o'clock we're gonna be here. 2 o'clock, three
Yeah.
o'clock, 4 o'clock, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we rock out. But I would get kicked out, so I go in, I get kicked out. I already have another outfit in the car, and I come back in and I started. So I'm looking out for the say, yo, look out for the security, look out for security, and everything. But they had us on the bird,
Hmm.
and so we got another 2 or 3 hours in. Hey man, you can't do that, man. Oh, my bad, sir.
Yeah.
Had another outfit, so I had 3 outfits,
Hmm.
and then so crazy is I would rotate it back again after I get kicked out because we'll be at the mall all day. It's two,
Hmm.
bro. It'd be like 4,000 people at the
Yeah.
mall. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I'm like, yo, this is the spot. We gotta go. Boom, boom, boom. We get kicked out the mall. Get kicked out the mall. Get kicked out the mall. And I remember one I taught my boys how to do it. And
Hmm.
one time my boy, he did not listen. He didn't have no other outfit, so he tried to get kicked out. Then he go back in. I said, bro, do you understand? Have you ever heard them? They're listening. They're talking about the guy in the yellow shirt. Look out for the yellow shirt. Yellow shirt. Yellow shirt. So bro, you
Hmm.
got the yellow shirt on. So they going after you. So if they look out for the yellow, you're gonna just switch the yellow to the red to the black, and go ahead. And so, man, bro, at throwing up parties and beautiful situation. Now that I think about it, is that before social media, let's
Hmm.
talk about this, right,
Yeah.
bro? Before social media, before TikTok, before Facebook, bro, I don't even think MySpace was up. You know what I'm saying? Before Google, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Shout out. And we would have 3 to 4 thousand people.
Yeah. If you didn't go to a dream entertainment party, then you didn't go to a party
And
back in
bro,
that
and
time.
it was such, bro. Do you know?
It used
No,
to be
it would be
crazy. It
so crazy,
was
and
so
it was
crazy
so
at these
crazy, it was
parties.
so dope. It was so clean.
Hmm.
Now that I think about it, bro, think about it. Did you ever? I didn't see it. Nobody was doing drugs
No.
at my parties.
Mm-mm.
We didn't ever have drinking.
No, it was no alcohol. You just
No,
you just
you
literally went
lit. It
to
was just
party
lit.
and dance. Like
That's it.
and you try to, if you a dude, you're trying to holler at
And
some girls.
we
If you a
made
girl,
sure
you're trying to get
we
hollered
made
at.
sure that the ratio of
Yep.
girls was so it helped out that, you know what I'm saying, they call us pretty boys. So we had a lot of the women. So anytime you have the women, the brother's gonna come by default. And bro used to come to, like, I think you, bro,
I was a regular for
you
sure.
most definitely
I
came to
was I
most of
was
them.
definitely a regular.
I remember when we first saw you back in the day, it was like, yeah, that's that dude that play ball. He be dunking on people.
There really wasn't anything. I mean, not to at that level, like to know, like, okay, I know if I go to a dream entertainment party,
It's
I'm gonna see everything and everybody I want to see.
it's about to go down. And
Everything else will you flipping. It might be jumping, it might
right,
not be
right, right.
jumping. Dream
You
entertainment was
had to
for
go.
sure,
And
you know.
I took pride I took pride in that. And I look at it, and I look at what, going back to your business model as what you just did. You went to the attention. So where the attention is at. I
Hmm.
always say that where the focus goes, the attention flows. I love what he told you to do. Go to all the businesses, knock on the doors. I super love that he said, don't leave, go to the next floor.
Don't leave. He was
That
adamant about
I
that.
love that,
Do
man.
not leave.
Go to the next
Go
floor.
to the next floor.
And you follow that
Yep.
blueprint.
And I mean, one thing I say, and you probably know the same thing, you have to marry both, right?
Yeah,
And you have to do the social and the digital part, but you also have to do the grind part
yeah,
in getting out there in person, right?
yeah,
And have reawoken my, digital, part. I kind of got away from it,
yeah,
but I was always doing the in-person physical part,
yeah,
right? But when you marry those,
yeah.
that's when you can really start seeing power. There's no better way to get information
Man,
than to go directly to the source and say, "Can I help you?"
it's so detrimental to you, bro. I so that story that you just told me makes me more respect what you're doing right now because now just put your mind here, right? So when you're even with me,
Hmm.
so I went to a mall where there was potentially 45,000 people there,
Hmm.
so I had to get there. That's where basically for everybody that's listening on your business when it comes to businesses you the focus goes where the attention flows. So when it comes to business, go to where the attention is, right? It
Hmm.
makes sense. So I went to the mall, it was 4 to 5,000 people. You went to a business where there was hundreds of people in that building. Now
Hmm.
watch this, bro. There's gonna be thousands upon thousands that watch this interview right now.
Yeah.
And here's the dopest thing after that. Now here's where it gets real. Michael Jackson, we just came from Halloween. Michael Jackson recorded Thriller one time.
Hmm.
And every Halloween, no matter what, bro, this is gonna be
Yeah.
forever. We're gonna play it.
We're
So
gonna
guess
play it.
what?
Yeah.
This interview right now will outlive you.
Mm.
So that's why it's way more important, even more than you even know,
Hmm.
for your children, your unborns, and for anybody that ever touched you
Yeah.
to say, bro, that dude gave a damn about us to teach us what to do and what not to do. And we heard from his story. And if he can do it,
Hmm.
that gives us confidence for us to do it. And there's realtors right now that's probably thinking exactly what you was thinking when you was being a realtor for residential,
Hmm.
and they didn't like how it was going,
Right.
and they want to go into the commercial, but have nobody, and I mean nobody, because I see how it goes,
Hmm.
to hold their hand and say, "Hey, let me show you how to do it."
Right.
And so, with that being said, I think that's super dope, and that's probably an area where God is going to take you digitally right now, and that's why I'm just happy to take you on as a client and gravitate everything that you got. Because the minute you just told me that you knocked, that's a whole nother ball game. You said you knocked on everything, and then I love it's my favorite part. Hey, they told me, Lee, it's all good. I was on the first, I was on floor number three. I went to four number floor.
Hmm. I'm downtown, so these big buildings. I'm on floor 15. I didn't went up. I'm on floor 15 now. When I'm getting put out, I just go up to 16.
And knocking on the
And
doors.
knocking on more doors.
Wow.
And I still see people to this day that are like, "Man, where I know you from?" And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I came in your business. You wouldn't give me no business." And they'd be like, "Oh man,
Oh
and
wow.
but I mean, I still have the shoes, right?
I love it.
They were some really nice shoes when I got them.
Yeah.
Like some I forget the brand,
Oh
but they
yeah.
were like some of that hard leather, and
Wore them boys down.
man, wore
Come
them
on.
boys all the
What
way
hey, what my
down.
boy say? I done walked the block till my feet hurt the slab.
I kept them because the heel is gone. You can see the nails.
Wow.
The sole is so thin, I would feel rocks on the bottom of my
So you still
feet.
got those
I
shoes?
still got
You know
those
what you should
shoes.
do, bro? I seen this dope. They got these boxes. It's real dope.
Hmm.
They got these like boxes,
Yeah,
and you should put the shoes on the box and put them up
like a little clear case
a whole
box deal.
joint
Yeah,
so people can
uh-huh.
say, "Yo, what is that?"
Yeah, that's definitely
Because
what I need to do.
that's the story,
Hmm.
and that's what's going to
And that's why I
separate.
kept the shoes, because that is a story. And I look at them probably once a quarter,
Yeah,
and they remind me of the grind.
the reason I became a motivational speaker is because I was such in a painful situation when I lost my mother.
Hmm.
I lost my mother to lung cancer, January 5th, 2013. Just now getting to the point where I can say that statement without
Hmm.
choking.
Yeah.
And I
My
would
condolences, by the way.
thank you. And I remember no matter what. I would call my mom at 12 o'clock because of a conversation that we had one time, and she was like, and I was like, "Yes, mom, what's going on? I'm in a meeting."
Mhm.
I answered my mom like this,
Yeah.
and she said, "Baby, all I want to do is make sure you're okay."
Mhm.
I said, "I'll call you back." Finished the meeting. I said, "Mama, that will never ever happen again. From now on, I'm calling you every day at 12 o'clock."
Mhm.
So I would call my alarm, I put my alarm, call mom 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
No matter what, 12 o'clock, called her. So she was in Victorville, California. So it was 10 o'clock her time, 12 o'clock my time.
Mhm.
And the alarm goes off 12 o'clock. No matter what, I'll be like, even if I'm in a meeting or if I'm talking to somebody, I say, "Yeah, hold on. Hey, mom, just calling to let you know I'm okay."
Mhm.
To this day, bruh, that alarm goes off.
Mm.
I never took it off.
Yeah.
So at 12 o'clock, I look
Mm.
up, I'm okay.
Yeah.
And that whole situation, that's a part of my story because
Mhm.
if that stuff didn't happen with you, walking and appreciating, I don't know how many steps it takes to wear the sole out of a shoe. But
Yeah.
just think about how many steps does a man have to walk to wear the hole through the shoe?
Mhm. Yeah.
That's over hundreds of thousands of steps to do that. And to walk in your shoes,
Yeah.
people got to learn what you did to get where you're going. And before you answer that question, we're going to get right back to you. The Entrepreneur Blueprint with my brother Aaron Action Jackson. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Let's go. What up, guys? Man, Dream with Dream Motivates University. Here's what you get with your tuition. Number one, you're going to get an awesome Letterman jacket, t-shirt, and wristband. Let's deep dive. We're going to get discounts on all events and courses, a list of Zoom masterclasses with skilled instructors, access to our amazing book club. We're also going to give you discounts to all marketing materials brought to you by Dream Media Agency. And last but not least, discounts on all our merch. I can't wait. I'll see you on the other side. DMU, Dream Motivates University. Let's get it. Welcome back to the Entrepreneur Blueprint. My brother Aaron Action Jackson is about to get fired up. This is the part of where we go into the meat and potatoes for you guys to learn. Aaron, we ask all of our guests to bless us with knowledge,
Mhm.
if you don't mind. And so this is the part where I want to give all the viewers and people that are listening our legacy to hear it, where we get to go into education and how to take everything to another level. So we're gonna have some fun with that.
Okay.
Um, Coming back to where we left off, just commending you, man, for I can't wait to see. I actually want to see those shoes. If you could
Yeah.
take a picture
I
and send
show
it
you the
to me.
shoes for sure.
I remember my stepfather,
Mhm.
Reverend Philip and May Higgins, as the first person I've ever seen shoes that actually had. I seen that. I've
Mhm.
seen that with, and I appreciate it as a young man today, for the steps that you took for another man's son. Man, I appreciate you. And all the father figures that's out there, man. Being a man right now,
Mhm.
in this business,
Yeah.
and let's just be real, being an African American man in this business,
Mhm.
you have to be. You're definitely a superhero. You are more than a superhero than you know, bro. A lot of people give up, they quit. You've had to obviously go through so many adversity.
Mhm.
What made you what was your why? What is your reason? Why are you going so hard? Why are you walking? What makes you knock on so many doors to where the holes come through? What is your reason? What is your why? And what is your, main focus and goal right now going forward?
Uh, you know, that's a good question. So my why um is probably three-sided. Um, when I first got into commercial real estate, I had a previous life, that wasn't uh, um, commercial real estate. Let's just say
Mm-hmm.
that,
Got you.
and I
It,
felt like I could do more. I felt like
pause right there.
okay,
because and you don't have to do it now, but I promise you, as you grow,
Mhm.
and trust me, as you grow and it's coming, and you'll be on the stages of the world, I can see it.
Mhm.
Let there be no confusion. People want to hear your story. You know, it's probably not time to hear that to hear it say it right now. But as we all evolve,
Mhm.
you know, it's your story. Nobody can take it away from you.
Yeah.
Nobody can take it away because you're not who you were.
Mhm.
You you're not who you were 4 years ago, let
Right.
alone 10, 15 years ago. So
Exactly.
I want to say that word to you as one brother to next because I had to embrace my own story too, and that's how I am. Et. Shout
Mhm.
out to Eric Thomas.
Yeah.
He always says own your story.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But I just want to get that nugget to you. And but as you went through the old person that you are,
Mhm.
you're here now. Carry on to where you going.
Yeah. So, you know, I felt like I was more than what I was doing.
Mm,
Right. And I
powerful.
mean, things were great. It wasn't like things were bad. I mean, I mean, I had a nice apartment downtown, nice view, glass everywhere, all the good stuff,
Yeah.
and but I still felt like it's I can do more,
Yeah.
right? And having that influence, from my uncle who's now president at Frost Bank.
Shout out to Unc.
Yeah,
Let's go.
shout out to Rod Washington,
Shout
to
out
my
to you, brother.
uncle.
Shout out to you.
He's been a major
I need to get an account. Let's go.
influence on me, my entire life. And so wanting to uh like take that legacy on as a family member was one thing. Two, the only other way I knew how to make the money John Bailey was talking about
Hmm.
was not legal.
Correct.
So I was like, okay, that's the only other way I know
Yeah.
to make this kind of money
Right.
legally.
Right.
That was two. And then three, um, and family, and like my son and all that is like, I don't think I don't even have to say that. But three,
Absolutely.
um, I used to talk to people and complain to them about, like, man, where is, like, something for us, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like, about when I would go to different restaurants or venues and things like that. And somebody said, well, why don't you change it?
Shout
I
out.
said, okay, then. All right, well, yeah, I'm gonna do that, And so that was like the initial push, right? And then once I got into business, man, I was fortunate to really meet a lot of really uber successful developers and brokers and things like that who, um, you do have your people that there's nothing you can do to get them to work with you, talk to you, or think
Hmm.
highly of. They just ain't nothing you can tell them change their mind, right?
Right.
But there are a lot of good people
Yeah.
in the business
Yeah.
that will, if they see that you care
Yeah.
and that you have some passion, that they will help you and
Yeah.
give you some nuggets and some guidance here and there. And so I was fortunate enough to meet people along the way that anytime that I may have felt like I was veering off, they gave me the guidance and information to pull me back on track, right?
Yes.
And just those people speaking that life into me,
Hmm.
when I may have felt like, man, what am I doing?
Right.
Having somebody like Steve Van Amberg say, nah, man, you're fine, man.
Yeah.
Keep the path,
Yes.
stay the course.
Yeah.
And it's really it'll because the business will beat you down,
Yeah.
but if you got the right community,
I've had man, shout once again. I've had some great,
a lot of
amazing.
peaks and valleys
Yo,
is
I'm
what
like,
I
I'm
what I
like,
call
yo,
it.
yeah, I had Mark was talking about one deal the other day. He was just
Hmm.
like, bro, I just need to talk to you.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
And so but all those things together is what gave me the drive, to not really look at the valley,
Yeah.
right? And just understand that this is just it's just part of life. It's just part of the business. If you want to get to a goal, I've realized there's no such thing as easy money.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do.
Let me show you
There's no
something.
easy deal. There's no
Not at
easy,
all.
like
People think it
nothing
is.
easy
It ain't,
about
no, you go.
making money.
It's a grind.
Yeah, it's a grind.
Have you ever have you ever seen I know probably you have, but have you ever seen the movie X-Men?
Yeah. Thanks, man.
In your opinion, what's the most powerful X-Men?
Hmm. good. It's been a while. That's a good question.
You got a couple of them. They out there. You got Storm. You got Wolverine. You
Yeah,
got.
I mean, of course, you know, Professor X can get into your mind.
I love. Man, you my brother. I know. I knew. See, everybody who answers that
Hmm.
that way, we are connected for life.
Yeah.
Because I ask that question all the time. Because you get it.
Hmm.
And so one of the dopest things about what I do
Hmm.
is I get the opportunity. Because if you pay attention to the X Men, what Professor X did was he looked for other mutants, people that were like him.
Hmm.
See where I'm going?
Right.
So every now and then you get to find another mutant.
Hmm.
Now, what Professor X has also done was he found another mutant that had a superpower,
Hmm.
but the mutant didn't understand how to use his superpower.
Right.
You think about the story with Wolverine. He was just
Hmm.
off. No, I got to control that. My man with the fire, he gave him the glasses, so
Hmm.
press it, control that. Um, I'm gonna give you a gift because you got a superpower, but you got to trigger it. And here's the gift. I want you to tap into your purpose at
Hmm.
this point because you said something key. You shout out to the people that helped you,
Hmm.
motivate you, keep pushing you.
Hmm.
Somebody needs you now.
Yeah.
They need you. They need your words. They need your words of encouragement. They need your blueprint. They need you to teach.
I'm
Here's a
glad. I'm glad you. I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm glad you said I do because it was something I wanted to say when you were shooting the Breakfast Brothers deal that I didn't get to say, and I
Hmm.
said I wanted to make sure that I said today, and is really speaking to at-risk youth,
There
right?
you go. Wow.
And I don't check any box for what they want in a commercial real estate broker. I don't have a degree. I don't like have any. I didn't work at Marcus and Millichap. I got a record. I got nothing but X's, right?
Mm. Come on.
Um,
Come on.
but I want to say to the youth that like don't let your mistakes, define, who you are.
Powerful.
Um, it may
Powerful.
take longer, and you may have to take a different road,
Yeah.
right? But don't feel like you can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's powerful. And see, that is what they need to hear, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That is your superpower. That is what's going to help you take care of generational wealth.
Mm-hmm.
That thing that you got right there.
Yeah.
Once you tap into that, you know how many lives you'll save? Number one, how many legacies you'll change? And number three, but which is the biggest reward, how much applause that you're going to get from your ancestors and God above. That the day that you were born and the day that you found out why you were born
Mm-hmm.
are the most important days of your life.
Yeah.
And that is by far an amazing trophy that we need to most definitely celebrate you on to tap into your purpose because what I'm hearing is nothing but superheroes from you. For you to be able to help people change and the mindset that it took to keep walking, keep knocking on doors, keep going from floor number 15, we're not tripping, floor number 16, we get kicked
And
off.
don't and remember these are no's.
These are no's. Get out of here.
Yeah, these are get out of here.
These are
and you got to go to the next door.
you got Jazzy Jeff up
Yeah.
out of all the buildings and you just kept going.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people will quit.
Mm-hmm.
They will quit in the middle of greatness.
Well, when I knew I was going to be okay, I didn't get business, but I got leads. And when I got back, John he didn't expect me to, he just expected me to go out there, get whooped, come back and be like, man, I got whooped out there, but I came back with a smile on my face.
Kept going.
Like, look, bro, I got a couple leads.
There
He
you go.
was like, damn, okay. All right. I didn't think you were going to get nothing.
Yeah.
And so that's, for me, I was like, okay, I must be all right then,
Yeah.
because I didn't know my ignorance was really my bliss.
Yeah.
And when I would go to events, that's how I would get these relationships with these super high level people because I didn't know who they were.
Yeah.
So they were expecting me to come up to them like, oh man, like nice to meet you, man. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, oh, what's up, bro? I'm Aaron Jackson. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, I'm Steven Amberg. Like, oh, that's what's up. I have no idea who you are.
So you most definitely down for the network. So let's start with some nuggets. It's nugget time for
Yeah.
everybody to go ahead. So first of all, once again, we're gonna give a shout out to Ricky Booker and the Breakfast Brothers. Let's talk about that and
Hmm.
use that as a blueprint for somebody that's listening and looking right now for to find a commercial spot
Hmm.
so you can go ahead and start business. Maybe you can just teach us the do's and don'ts. Maybe let's go ahead and sit back and listen. Guys, listen, if you want to do this, do that when it comes to finding a commercial spot such as a tax office, such as a
Hmm.
a restaurant.
I got
What are
I
the
got
do's
some
and
game I
don'ts?
can give you.
Okay, let's go.
One of the biggest things I would say, and I had to have the same conversation with Ricky. Right? They had the plan, they had the money, they had everything that they needed to get a space. But he was like, "Man, I can't get nobody to show me space. I can't. Ain't nobody even calling me back. Blah blah blah." So I said, "Okay. You know, do you have money?" So yeah, we got. I won't say but we got some money in the bank. So okay, cool. Do you have, since you don't have a location yet, do you have any designs or any renderings that I can show the landlord, to, entice them into looking into your startup business? He was like, yeah, I can get William to, send me some rendering stuff like that. I said, perfect. Send me those. He sent me those. The next day, we're looking at spaces, right? And so you got two types of owners.
Hmm.
You got institutional ownership,
Y'all better pull y'all notes out.
and institutional ownership is Morgan Stanley, J.P. Morgan.
Big dogs.
These are big, billion-dollar
Yeah,
conglomerates.
yeah.
But they still need to work with local entrepreneurs to get into their spaces, but they're going to require a higher level of business plan. They want to see your website, they want to see your presence, they want to see, even if you don't have a biz, you should still have a presence, even if you're not open, right? So, because the landlord, if he don't see nothing, he not gonna lease to you.
Hmm.
He gonna look at you as high risk,
Hmm.
an institutional owner. And then you got private owners. Now, so you got some private owners that are billionaires and they got tons of property, but the private owner usually owns maybe 2 to 5 centers, something like that. And they may be a little bit more flexible, but still, if you're wanting to get into a nicer center, you got to have
Hmm.
A, B, C, D,
So
right?
they need to have a website,
You have a website,
social media.
social media
Ha
presence.
ha
You need to
ha.
have,
Hey, that goes back to what me and you
it
talked
does go
about.
back to what we
Praise
talked
God.
about,
Look at God.
and
Thank you, Lord.
I,
Appreciate.
I give my clients that advice,
There you
but it
go.
takes someone like you
That's
to give
amazing.
me that advice. And so
That's
I do
amazing.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you need to have a website, a clear, clean digital presence is
Nice.
what they
That
need
makes sense though,
starting
because
off.
yeah, they need to see the vision.
Yeah, because
They need to,
if you don't have the business already,
right.
then all you are selling is the vision.
Yeah, you're selling
And if there
a
is no
concept.
vision,
Yeah.
I can't get you in no space.
Got you.
Yeah.
So they need, okay, so for those who are looking, if it's a salon,
Hmm.
if it's a tax office,
Yeah.
if it's a restaurant, if it's a concept, you're gonna have to invest. You're gonna have to go ahead and get the name of the place. You're gonna get the rendering. You're gonna have to get the website. You're gonna have to get the social media, put it up, and go get a drawing. Which he's saying when he says rendering, this is a drawing of, what it's gonna kind of look like, and now packaged up, get with your an amazing commercial real estate broker,
Hmm.
and then he
And we can take you anywhere you want
and
to go.
take it. Wow,
Yeah.
how that was a bar. That was a bar.
Yeah.
That was a super bar.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And so guess what? Let me do a shameless plug.
Hmm.
If you are listening right now and you need this, this is actually stuff that I do in our team with Dream Media Agency. So if y'all need the logo, the website, the presence, the digital focal points that you need to go ahead and sell this concept prior to going to Aaron Action Jackson, most definitely hit us up on our social media outlets. That's dope because
And it doesn't even have to be super elaborate. They just need to be able to say,
concept.
this is what's going into my center.
Got it.
You
That's
know,
powerful because
that's
you
it.
just gave me a bar
Yeah.
because I'm looking for lookers
Yeah.
in our company.
Hmm.
I'm going after commercial real estate agents and say, hey, this might be something. I've never done that, and
Yeah.
I haven't even had this conversation with Mark.
Mhm.
Me and Mark talk. We just brothers. We talk
Yeah.
about brother stuff all day. But that is a bar.
Yeah.
That is a super bar. All right. Next question for all the. And let me give the statistics too. By the way, and it might have changed, but over 92% of real estate agents do not. And I repeat, do not make any money
Mhm.
because they teach you how to pass the exam
Mhm.
and get the license, but they do not have a hustle university.
Mhm.
But I do. Guess what? We have Dream Motivates University for all entrepreneurs. But what would you say to any realtor that are listening right now that they need to start besides probably hooking up with you because that's number one, but if they want to start converting into commercial real estate, what do they need to get ready for? What do they need to do?
Whew, what they need to get ready for, or what they need to do?
What do they need to do first?
Okay, what they need to do.
Because I know they got.
Um, what they need to do is what you talked about earlier, and say how what you say. They need to when you go to where the people at. What how you say it?
Oh, the focus goes where
The
the attention
focus goes where
flows.
the attention goes. So if you want to if you want to be a tenant rep, you want to represent tenants and help them expand their businesses, things like that. The easiest place to find a business owner is in their business. So go to businesses. I'm having this conversation with a agent that I've been friends with for a little bit, and she transitioned over to commercial last year, and but she's kind of been, taking a different approach, and she reached out and she was like, "What can I do to generate, some business?" I said, "Well, what are you doing?" And she was kind of explaining to me what she doing. I was like, "Well, you haven't went into one business, right? And you're looking for business owners, and so um, I would say every day talk to at least five, go into at least five businesses, whatever business, product type you want to work with. You say, I want to work with shoe stores.
Yeah,
Then you need to be going to five shoe stores
got you.
every day.
And they need to look for who?
And
The
they need to,
owners.
well, you don't ask for the owner, right? And so
So we walk in
what
the
I
business.
typically ask for is the person that makes the real estate decisions.
There you go.
If you ask for the owner, whoever you're talking to is going to say they're not here. That's what
Always.
they've been trained to do.
Yeah. I'm not here.
You never ask for the owner.
Right.
They're going to say, oh, owner's not here. You can be talking to the owner.
I'm not here.
He's not here.
I'm not here, by the way. Yeah, yeah.
So when you ask for the person that makes the real estate decisions,
Got you.
the person that's the gatekeeper,
Yeah.
it kind of they don't know how to respond to that.
Got it.
They're like the person that makes let me get I'm gonna get Jim. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get the
yeah,
manager for you
yeah.
because I
Yeah.
don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
And they're gonna go get the owner or they're gonna go get the GM.
Got you. And then you're gonna ask, do they want a better
I'm not gonna
deal?
ask him anything. I'm gonna let him know who I am.
Okay.
Let him know what I can do.
Okay.
And then ask him, has he thought about expanding?
Got you. That's
And
powerful.
that's going to start a conversation.
Have
Because
you
all I
thought
want to do
about
is have a
expanding?
conversation.
That's the conversation. Have you thought about expanding? I love that.
Yeah.
Um,
If you go too fast, they're gonna say no.
yeah, you sound like you a
Yeah.
slickster right there.
I'm just here to help.
Right.
Hey, and so sometimes I don't even ask for anything. I just introduce myself,
Yeah.
say my little spiel, give them my information. It was nice to meet you. But if I'm talking to five business owners every day, by the end of the month, I've talked to 150. Somebody gonna say yes. Somebody
Statistics,
needs me.
Law of average.
Right.
The law of average, you're gonna win.
At some point.
Yeah.
So you got to figure out who is my audience.
Yeah.
And then just go into those businesses. The best place to find a business owner is in their business.
Shout out. That was a bar. All right, y'all. Listen, look, I know my man probably got about 14 other meetings today. It was just super dope for you to come by. We always give you the opportunity as our guest to go ahead and plug away everything that you got going on, all social media outlets, how people can get to you, because I know they're ready. They're ready with their pen or their phone ready right now to get contact with you. That's our gift to you, for the viewers that's looking right now. Also, we definitely want to know what you are looking forward to in the future if you're looking for people. You
Mhm.
know, People are looking. They might want to partner with you and stuff like that. So let's go ahead. This is your camera right here. Go ahead and plug away. Let people know what you got going on.
Man, you can find me at on Instagram, Aaron Jackson _214. LinkedIn, just Aaron Jackson. And LinkedIn is a very powerful
Yeah.
business
I need
tool.
to step my LinkedIn up.
That's a whole nother
Yeah.
deal. But I play hella tennis, so
Okay.
UTR tournaments, if you play tennis, hit me up on UTR.
Okay.
I love to smoke you,
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
but no, just I'm pretty. I'm an open book, and my mom she wasn't even an entrepreneur, but she used to have these Zig Ziglar CDs, right?
Oh man.
And I used to listen to
The
him when I was
Godfather
younger.
right there.
And he talked about, uh, one of the best ways to help yourself is
Help
to
other
help
people.
other people
Yep.
get what they want,
That's right.
right? And so I'm an open book,
Yeah.
because I don't have the leverage to stiff arm you. Like I
Yeah.
need you
Yeah.
just as much as you need me.
Correct. Correct.
So I'm an open book. You can email me at Aaron at Onyx ONYXLG.com. Yeah, man.
And are you looking for anybody? Are you looking for people up under you? Are you looking for people, are you looking to employ people? Are you looking to partner with people? Who are
I'm
you looking
always
for?
open, to conversations.
Okay.
But you're a Eric Thomas, certified speaker, I'm looking for lions. I actually
Yeah.
think of myself as an African elephant as
Okay.
opposed to a lion.
Okay.
The African elephant is actually the real king of the jungle.
Hmm.
Nobody fools with the African elephant.
Really?
Not the lion, not the tiger. The only way they can take one of them down is if it's a
Gang up.
kid
If they gang
or
up
they
on
got to
him.
catch him by himself and pack
Yeah.
him out.
Yeah.
Only way. Other than that, he gonna kill that lion. He gonna kill that tiger. But he don't fool with nobody. You got to come looking for trouble with him for him to beat and stomp your ass.
So in other words, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
So
I love
but
it.
no, I mean, we my brother Mark Allen, your brother Mark
Shout
Allen,
out to
we
Mark. I love
always
you, man.
talk about killers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And we
Yeah.
like killers, and you gotta be willing to grind your shoe to the sole of your foot
For sure.
if you want to be successful in commercial real estate. That's what they can expect. Grind your shoe till you can feel it, till you can feel the sole of your foot.
Man, you heard it from the best, the king of commercial real estate himself, my brother, Mr. Aaron Action Jackson. Listen, we're right here with the Entrepreneur Blueprint. And like I always say, man, go each one, teach one. Keep going, keep grinding. Always remember, out earn the problem and keep God first. This man Dream motivates. Like and subscribe. Stop playing. This has been powered by Dream Motivates University. Let's go.